Avengers assemble here at Fenway Park as we're looking to avenge the loss of our World Series ring that we thought was ours until it wasn't. But we have to put that behind us. 2027 begins right now as we take on the San Francisco Giants, and they are the first to feel our wrath, or at least should be the first to feel our wrath here in Boston. It's going to be Crochet versus Logan Webb in a battle of two of Andrew Bailey's finest he has ever coached and helped in the pitching department. And let's see how opening day, nothing beats it. Nothing beats opening day at the Fens. They're projecting us to only win 84 games after winning 91 last year. They expected us to win 81 and 81. We outmatched that by 10 runs. And the projection year, maybe we outrun that by 10 wins, not runs, wins this time as well. That would be super sick nasty with it. These are the numbers that got this man second place in the AL Cy Young voting. If he replicates this again, oh boy, will I be jazzed up about it. Does start the year off with a strikeout of Tyler Fitzgerald as he swings on and misses. And yeah, if we get this version of Crochet, then that is so good for us, and potentially repeating as AL champions. Doesn't get the strikeout of Adames there. He is able to hold up, and Crochet says, all right, we're going to throw the cutter high and in. Does miss his spot, but paints it right at the top of the zone, and Adames is gone. So dominant first inning for Garrett Crochet starting the season outright. Does pick up 2 strikeouts, and the bats get swinging for the first time this season. And they have to take on Logan Webb. Not a big strikeout guy. Spoiler alert. Only 120 last year and 190 innings, but one of the best workhorses in all of the league. Webb is going to leave a fastball high that Devers carries into right field, splitting the outfield, then one hop off the wall, just missing a home run to start the year by a couple of feet. And Rafael Devers excited and ecstatic here as he trots in to second base. This one again high and deep, got a big part of it, and just one hops the base of the wall and just missed a home run by a few feet. Circle change is able to get Casas out ahead. Beautiful pitch, and we keep the runner stranded on second base. Brett Wisely will get the first base knock against Garrett Crochet as he dumps it into left field, but Duran able to cut it off before getting to the wall and keeps him at first base. So what will Crochet do as the follow-up? Well, he will get Matos, who, he did leave that pitch over the middle. Matos should have buried that one on Lansdowne, but does miss just a bit. Pops it up to Duran, and that will do it for the inning. Top 3 as Ryan O'Hearn enters the conversation. He's going to go gapping the other way. Duran, again, using that speed to get it right off the wall. Throw into second base is not in time. A leadoff double from former Oriole Ryan O'Hearn. Tyler Fitzgerald trying to avenge his strikeout, and he does. He puts it into the triangle. Simpson playing center field for us on opening day, as that's the decision we have made. It's going to be Simpson in center field against righties with Cedon Rafaela at shortstop. And then against lefties, Castro will sacrifice some defense for his good bat against lefties. And then we'll put Rafaela back in center field. So, 1 run scores on the sacrifice fly as the Red Sox trying to get another hit and get that first run of the year. All the way in the bottom of the third now. Jaron Duran 0 for 1, and he smacks it back up the middle on Logan Webb. And maybe you can chop this one up to a double with how fast Duran is, and I'm sure he is itching to get going on the base paths. And 1 pitch later, it's exactly what he will do. Kick by Webb, timed up beautifully by Duran. A slider or a cutter that was hittable for Bregman, but he let Duran get all the way to second base in his first steal of the year. 1-2 count later on. Duran taking third now. That's a fuck you steal. That's a steal just because he can do it. And he's just collecting them. Why not? And now 2 stolen bases Base knock would have got him home anyway, but this now opens up a couple more opportunities. A pass ball, wild pitch, and Bregman saw it off as that one's inside, and able to track it down is the right fielder, is Luis Matos, playing right today. So nothing comes of those two swipe bags from Duran, but we move on to the bottom of the fourth as Casas the other way, played beautifully. He had to put on the brakes, Fred Flintstone style, and get back to first base. And with that 5 speed, he's been in the gym on the track, Tristan Casas has, and now he is a speed demon, is held to just a long single. Connor Wong looking for his first hit of the year and right back up the middle. I think this guy only hits the ball up the middle. It's either up the middle or a blast into left field. I think that's the only hit you've ever seen Connor Wong get. Either way, it's 2 on with 1 out, and Roman Anthony coming up. Be a great time for Roman Anthony's first hit as well. Keep the line moving, potentially score a run if it's deep enough in the outfield. He will do not that and will actually ground out to a double play as O'Hearn, athletic, moving towards home plate, fires at the second, then just has to stop, rush back to first, and complete the double play. Watch this throw. That's an off-platform throw, cross body. That's not easy. And then comes back into frame when they get over to first base, and that's him. So shout out Ryan O'Hearn, a little thing I noticed there. We have to go all the way to the 7th inning now with Simpson, a wild route to that baseball. Thought maybe he could play it on the air. Thought it was going to go deeper than he had to, then adjust to it, and then realized that he had already committed too much to the far. Either way, just not a great day out there in center field for him. As that one drops, gets by, and a run scores. And it is now 2-0 San Francisco. O'Hearn back up, down the line. Anthony on the move, dies, but it's off the heel of his glove. He will fire to second base and get O'Hearn, trying to get a little greedy, but the run does score. Now it's 3-0 Giants here in Boston, Massachusetts, and we are down to our final 3 tries in regulation. Bottom 7 is Logan Webb still working out there. Christian Campbell 0 for 2 on the day. And this is going to get eyes and find right field. Again, 0 for 2, 2 Ks for Campbell at that point. Left the sinker down the middle that Campbell able to put good wood on and moves the runner up. Now it's Chandler Simpson. Can he come through? Can he avenge his misplay in center field? He can. Right over the head of Adames, splitting both outfielders. This allows Campbell to race all the way around second base and end up on third. And Chandler Simpson drives in our first run of the ball game. For those who had that on the bingo card, congratulations. You can dot that as Chandler Simpson. He delivers first, a minor league free agent pickup that was gotten because of his speed and his fielding ability, as well as, maybe just drop down some bunts. Element we just didn't have other than like Duran and maybe Rafaela, at least in the speed department. And he comes through here and knocks Logan Webb out of the game. And that does bring up Camilo Doval, the former all-star closer who has kind of lost his way in the last couple of years. Had a decent year last year, but still walking 16% of guys he faces. Has Cedar Rafaela 3-2 and a cutter at 1 hundo. That will play. And he does get out of the jam. Simpson most likely stealing second base in the process. First time this year, we're going to call upon Garrett Whitlock, who threw over 100 innings out of the bullpen and picked up 21 holds, asking him to keep this game where it is. And it wasn't pretty, it wasn't perfect, but he was able to get out of the jam as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Again, still a 3-1 Giants lead against the Red Sox. Duran, 333 average, as he's already singled and stolen 2 bases, hits by a pitch, and is he looking for second base again? Yes, he is. They even slide step, and he is still in there in plenty of time. So he is on to begin the day. Well, not to begin the day, but towards the end of the 8th. Had a little brain fart there. My bad. It happens, and a swing and a miss over Casas over the circle change again. This time it's Lou Trevino, former Yankee, that gets him. And still offense, just not producing when it needs to produce. We have Kopech in here for the ninth to keep things where they are. He succeeds as Rafaela flips over to Christian Campbell. Two young guys the Red Sox have extended in the last few years. That's going to be Connor Wong, Roman Anthony, and then Christian Campbell to try to face off what I would assume is Ryan Walker, as here he comes. Was 41 from 47 last year in saves. 20 strikeout percentage. 6 losses last year. Not unbeatable, but it's going to be wicked had. As Connor Wong already a 2 for 3 day. Sits and waits. Walker, slider in the other batter's box. Gets him. And that is one gone to begin the 9th inning. Roman Anthony, 0 for on the afternoon, trying to start this rally on opening day. It's a sinker high. It was just behind it, and swing just a millisecond ahead, and you have yourself maybe a home run, if not a sharp hit ball. That one a lazy pop fly, and then Campbell already struck out twice today. Make it 3. Can't catch up to the sinker. And the Giants win on opening day against the Red Sox. Not how you want to start the season, but obviously we are looking for how the season finishes. But again, would still love to win that game. The offense just kind of took a nap. And it took a Chandler Simpson weak pop, bleeder to even get the run we did get. So offense not starting out hot. Pitching was okay. I mean, if you give up 3 runs in this situation, I think you're a little more competitive than this is. But we'll head to tomorrow night as we have a situation where Trevino back up on the hill. And the Giants trying to close this out for a second straight night. Casas trying to get a big hit. So we have the situation 1 out, 2 on, down by 2 here in the yellows. And you know how good the Red Sox play in the yellows. Chopper, this is a double play ball that's buffed at second base. And they're not even going to get able to get Casas. So, all right, a little blessing in disguise, or blessing from whoever it is. They're going to call that a base hit. Absolutely not. That is an error every sense of the word. But loads the bases up for Connor Wong. We know how good he is. He gets something over the middle. It can be dangerous. Does get something over the middle. And to Chapman, who's so sure-handed at third base, he makes an error. And that lets a run get home. All right, Connor Wong. And Bob Melvin's going to come out and replace the pitcher. So we should have got the inning-ending ground ball double play there on the previous play. And then they should have got it again in the next one. And then Sean Jelly, who's 8'11", is going to come out. He threw 83 innings out of the bullpen last year and probably a bulk roll. And then Roman Anthony gets a piece of the cutter in the right field. I feel like this is enough to bring the run over from third base. And it is just in time. Anyone slower than Devers is probably cut down, even with the not perfect throw. And then Christian Campbell, 0-1 count, gets a knuckle curve. He's out in front of it a little bit, and that can't float over Adames' head. So we tie this game up with a little bit of luck, some errors by the Giants, and for a ball club like ours, you got to win on those type of situations, take advantage, and we did. We scored the 2 runs we needed, and then in the bottom of the 9th, Don Rafaela starts us off with a single to center field, or right field, excuse me. Chandler Simpson, I think everyone in the stadium knows he's going to square up. He does drop it down. Jelly, only play he has is to first, and a job done by Simpson that sets up the top of the order with just a runner on second base. Jaron Rand trying to break an 0-for-4, hitting just 143 in the beginning part of his season. Chopper to second base. This time it is fielded correctly, and now we have a runner on third, but 2 gone. So now we need a hit from Alex Bregman. Bregman can put the ball in play with the best of them and can't get a good piece of the cutter at center field. And extras we go. So we're playing some extra baseball here against the Giants, who are trying to put us away and start our season off on an 0-for-2. And Tyler Fitzgerald's going to face off against Brock Burke. And a look around the bullpen, see what we want to do. We're going to get Slayton warmed up, and we are going to replace Burke for Evan Phillips who last year in the Dodgers setup role or so did pick up 10 wins, but was only 3 of 8 on save opportunities. You brought him in here to be our closer, and while it's not a closing situation, not a great first impression, as the second pitch he throws in a Boston uniform gives the other team the lead. With one down, however, Adames, a ground ball would be deadly, and it gets past Bregman. Runner is trying to round second base. Duran throws into third, and he is in there safely. Fitzgerald knocks in the go-ahead run, and then scoots all the way to second base on the double. Need a double play ball here, and Phillips is going to do it himself. He gets Elliot Ramos to ground out to the pitcher. 1-6-3 double play, and keeps the game at 1 run. So the Giants do score, but you kind of assume everyone's going to score that first run. So we need to bring the ghost runner home, and they have Ryan Walker trying to do it for a second straight night. Runner on first base. Casas deep into center field. Hit very, very well, but literally into the deepest center field in all of baseball. I mean, that triangle, you don't see anything like it anywhere else, I don't think, at least off the top of my head. I know Detroit's pretty big, but I think they brought their center field fence in. Either way, it's up to Connor Wong, who lifts it high and deep against the wall. It's not going to get over or even clang off. But again, we bring in someone with similar speed to Devers and Bregman, and we tie this ball game up. Connor Wong, a sacrifice fly, and an RBI. All right, so 6-6 game. Roman Anthony trying to maybe put something in the gap or somewhere. I mean, with decent speed over there at first base. I believe that's Devers. He's not the slowest guy on planet Earth. Gets a good piece of the sinker, but unfortunately right to second base, and that will do it. So we bring things up the top 11, and Justin Slayton slamming the door. We brought him in, and he was filthy that inning, and he is loving it. Look at the emotion for Justin Slayton as he gets out of the little jam, or not the little jam, but he just keeps San Francisco off the board from scoring again. Now it puts us in a position where we can go out and win this. And Christian Campbell against Ryan Walker. Campbell gets a hanging slider, left field monster. Can't contain this one. We're going home. Happy home run, walk-off style for Christian Campbell as he rounds them all. And we walk this off here in Boston. Christian Campbell, a signature moment from him. A walk-off home run. The first pitch he saw in the major leagues was a home run, and the last pitch he's seen to this date was a home run. Boom! Absolute bully. That hanging slider, line drive right into the monster seats. And game 1, a little disappointing. Game 2, we do just enough, and we walk it off here in the yellows. Again, the lucky yellows. The Yellow Sox strike again, and we win. Another game against San Francisco as we pick up, again, the third game of the series. All of them have been very exciting and very interesting. And, again, what a way to follow our first series of the year. It's Chandler Simpson in a similar position a couple of days ago. He was able to come through. Does put this one almost in the same spot, but Adames got a better read on it or a better jump, or it wasn't hit as deep. So he was able to put it away. Tyler Fitzgerald against Brock Burke, and Burke gets him to fly out, and we are going to extras yet again. So trying to start the season off with some dramatics as we would go into extras potentially our next 2 times. And Randy Rodriguez is going to let Devers fly out, hit well, center field, but not quite enough to threaten the wall, and officially into extra innings we go for the second straight day. Burke still out there against Jung-Hoo Lee, who has been absolutely crazy. I picked up an OOTP like 23 or 22, 21. Yeah, 21. A couple years ago. Filthy. Hit like 400 for me. This is before anyone knew who Jung-Hoo Lee was. The first person to ever know who Jung-Hoo Lee was. So while that hurts that he got that single, it makes me proud. Next pitch, Bregman turns 2, eliminates the runners there, and Adames grounds into a 5-4-3 double play, and then Matt Chapman with 2 on pops up as Evan Phillips had come in at this point with Burke struggling a bit and Bregman is there to put it away. So they score one. All we got to do is score one again, and then we'll see what happens. But 2 wins it, 1 ties it up, and Tristan Casas is the first batter of the inning. 1-2 count. Walker for the 3rd straight night working gets a sinker down below the knees that Casas fishes for. 1 down. Connor Wong batting .455 so far. That's pretty okay if you ask me. And a sinker he dots on the outside corner. Now we're in need of a base hit, and it has to come from Roman Anthony. 1 for 3 today. 2-2 count, and Walker strikes out the side. The Giants win the second matchup here, or the third matchup here against Boston. So they take 2 out of 3 against us. To start us off on the wrong foot. Offense, again, just not doing what they should be doing. That's really just the name of the game, and that's really all we have to say about it. Offense just hasn't come to play. In the 2 games we lost, we scored 2 combined runs, and the 1 game we did win, we scored, 7 or so? But even then, 2 of those were off gimmies thanks to some fielding errors and whatever. But now we're heading to Las Vegas for the grand opening of MGM Park Las Vegas, the new home of the Las Vegas Athletics, who 6-1 to start their season. They have been pretty good, and it's all thanks to the pitching rotation. That throwing top 10 in innings, number 2 in ERA, top 5 in WHIP, hits per 9. And they're walking a decent amount of guys, but haven't really got hurt. Top 10 in most of the important categories that you look for in your rotation. And on your feet, Las Vegas. For the first time, your A's are home, I guess? I don't know. Bring them back to Oakland. That was so sad. Joey Estes, we're asked to go after, and our offense has not been good, and he has been. But it's Joey fucking Estes. And we start this off with a single 102 off the bat, exactly how you want to start. However, this next play is kind of how this game is going to go today. Next play, Duran. We do know Shane Langoliers has a cannon behind the plate, but he can't throw it straight, and he throws the most perfect laser and gets Duran trying to steal second base and, really set the table for Bregman, Devers, and the rest, but yeah, just ahead of there, and Geloff making the tag. Bregman was out, and then 0-1 count. Rafael Devers, he singles through the right side, right over the lip of the infield dirt, and he's on. Tristan Casas, 300 hitter. So far early on, if I can see correctly on my monitor, sweeper. And though in real time, that thing, it started to break, I was like, shit, I'm so behind this. And he got me. That was a nasty pitch. And Bichette, Schumann, and a Rooker to face off against Sandy Alcantara. Didn't have the best first start of the season. 5 1/3 innings, a few runs given up, 2 strikeouts. But looking to have a much better time here in Las Vegas. And a strike away from getting out of the inning, and hangs a circle change to maybe the best all-around hitter in the game right now. I think all of the important hitting stats, like the contact and power, I think is in the 90s for both sides of the plate. I think he has a good clutch rate. Just probably, other than Judge, the best statistical hitter in the actual game, Brett Rooker. And a real good find for the Athletics. He's going to be maybe the front runner and the face of the next great, almost said Oakland Athletics team, as Vegas pops up, and Lawrence Butler's the one to do it. So the A's get on the board with a home run by Brent Rooker. It is 1-0 Athletics. Next time we see this game, it is in the bottom of the second, and Zach Geloff says, "Get off." And that is a 12-6 curveball that was just left letter high. And anybody with a pulse is hitting that out. So maybe not me, but anybody else in this game is smashing that one 436 to left center field. And that's exactly what Geloff did. Flips the bat for good measure. He deserved it. 438. My apologies, sir. Bo Bichette back up. He is going to swing and miss. Couldn't hold up on the circle change. So 2-run shot by Zach Geloff. It is 3-0 Athletics. Very, very, very quickly in this one. And yeah, no bueno on our end. Pick things up in the top of the 5th inning. Connor Wong is going to lead us off with a hit up the middle. It's all this guy does. It's either a left field bomb or a hit directly up the middle, right around second base. That's all he does. I don't think I've ever seen him do anything else. And he's on first base to start the inning. Roman Anthony swings at a not great pitch to swing at, no matter who it is. So that's a strikeout. Then Christian Campbell can't hold on the sweeper. That was, I have no clue why my finger hit the button on that. I'm just bad at the game. And then Chandler Simpson gets a circle change right down the middle, high, and with his 4 power, gets it about 120 feet. So, yeah, sick. Can't do anything with leadoff single. Raffaello, ooh, nice flip to Campbell over to Casas, and Alcantara settling in as he, thought, oh, this is another bad start. He's probably going to get chased early. And he got through 5. He is a workhorse here and does get the double play he needs. Has given up 6 hits, but we're still in this ball game, only down by 3. In the top of the 6th, Jaron Duran trying to get on again, only hitting a $130 this year. And another base hit is a 4-seamer he puts up the middle. And now Duran probably eyeing second base again. And everyone in the stadium knows it. Everyone in the park knows he wants second base. You see him take the lead there. And then Estes got him picked. So twice Duran has been caught on the base paths. And that's a big momentum loss. And then with 3-2 count, Bregman, he swings and misses on the sweeper. A little bit too ahead of it. And that's all she wrote. So can't do anything. Every time we've gotten on, we've squandered opportunities, striking out a whole bunch. We struck out 14 times in the Giants game. I forgot to mention that after we wrapped that one up. But we also strike out 11 times in this game. The offense has just been very strikeout prone and just hasn't been Red Sox baseball. And Langoliers gets a double, but then tries to stretch it after Wong mishandles the next pitch, and he's out, and he keeps the momentum on our side. But Anthony Campbell Simpson to lead off the 7th inning, or the 8th inning, not too jazzed up about all that. Tyler Ferguson's going to come in the 3/3 innings pitch so far has looked really good, and a 1-2-3 inning against us as Simpson again can't find a gap, can't find the ground, and just hit the ball on the ground. And with 99 speed, you're bound to do something good, but whatever. Simeon Woods Richardson we have called upon to try to get us out of this final stretch here, and he gets the strikeout here to end the 8th inning and set us up for the top of the 9th. So Simeon Woods Richardson gets an inning or two here and looks pretty decent. And we have to go against Dennis Santana, who is 4 for 4, has given up a few runs, though, and a 4.91 ERA in 3 2/3 innings. Don Rafaela, 261 batting average. Trying to get on base, a slider that he is behind, 1 pitch, 1 out. For the Red Sox, as Oakland looking to jump up here and pick up a win. And it is Jaron Duran. Again, another single. This time, he's gone on base a couple times today. And he just hasn't been able to do anything with it. Tried to steal second base, got caught, then got picked off. He's going to try for a 3rd time, and Langoliers' throw is good, but this time Duran just squeaks in ahead of the throw and his 4th stolen base of the year. Bregman on the ground behind or in front of the runner, so he can't advance. And now puts all the pressure on Devers to come through here. 3-2 count. Santana. Circle change. Hit, but not too well. Into center field, and that will do it. The Las Vegas Athletics open up the brand new ballpark with a win as they come through. They scored 3 runs early. That's all they needed. The pitching staff, who we saw, was a very big key to their success. Up to now 7-1 on the season. They continue. Estes has yet to give up a run this year, and just squandered it. Masataka Yoshida, some revenge on the Red Sox, and again, a weird way to start the season. So despite our on-screen struggles, we have actually had a pretty good start to April as we wrap up today's episode. Nice win streak here, 7 in a row from, you take Texas, who looks like a good team, Philadelphia, and Toronto, all with losing records. We did sweep Cincinnati here after losing 2 out of 3 to San Francisco. We did end up taking 2 out of 3 against really good Las Vegas team. We watched them debut their new stadium. And then Baltimore, we split here on what's going to be a pretty tricky team. Coming up, we have San Diego, Colorado, Baltimore, and Cleveland. We'll probably play a game here. I think this Nick Pivetta start will probably play against San Diego. Probably get some Coors action. And then next month, probably next episode also, highlight this Yankee series and get a decent chunk through here as we look to revamp. We have been also doing some scouting, and we have some players that as we're trying to build up, and we'll show those guys later. If we look at the lineup so far, who's performing? Jarren Duran not performing very well. Bregman hitting decent. Rafael Devers having a really good start to his season. Tristan Casas hitting okay. Connor Wong cold as of late, but still overall being fine. Robin Anthony, he's starting. He actually had a really good start, but so after that hasn't been great. Christian Campbell starting to pick things up, which is very, very nice. Chandler Simpson just isn't giving us much, but what he's doing on the base paths already, just only 2 steals, 12 strikeouts in this amount of time. Looks like it's just BABIP luck or lack thereof. I guess we're just waiting for Marcel Meyer to get back. Then Ceddanne Rafael actually having a pretty good start to his season, OPSing 744, which would be great. Is there like any urgency to switch